Today is Thursday, 18 Feb 2016. This 11-year-old female schnauzer came in yesterday noon, it's about 24 hours ago, unable to stand and breathing very fast, about 3 times faster than now. Was recumbent, not able to stand up. She had very high fever at 41 degrees centigrade and was unable even to lift up her head. I did check the mucous membrane, it was still pink, and the reason the owner brought the dog to me was because the operating boarding house operator brought this dog to the hospital for treatment, as the dog had very high fever during boarding. So the hospital had given drips and antibiotics and NSAID, but the dog still could not recover from the high fever, according to the owner, for 3 days. So the owner felt that this dog had hypersensitive feet after the drip, and so she didn't want any more drips, IV. These were the IV drip given at the hospital, and wanted the dog to be discharged and sent the dog to me yesterday after 3 days in the hospital from 15 to 17 of Feb. So the dog came in yesterday, 17 of Feb, 12 noon, unable to stand up at all and was panting furiously due to the high fever. Now, I asked the owner said that blood tests from the hospital show nothing abnormal, and they gave the treatment, but the dog still had fever, so she discharged the dog herself and brought to here. Now, I took a blood test and yesterday at 12 noon, and the result shows that this schnauzer did have low hemoglobin, that's why it was panting as well as the fever, and low red cell count and very low platelets at 10. Yet there is no leukocytosis. The total white cell count remains within the normal range. However, neutrophils were definitely high at neutrophils at 96.2%, normally about 60 to 70%, but overall total white cell count is normal at 12.1. So there was no leukocytosis and no leukopenia suggestive of viral or leukocytosis suggestive of bacterial infections. Then I gave 2 injections. One is the anti-fever and one is the Imizol for anti-tick fever at 1 ml subcutaneous and 0.3 ml. Imizol IM at 12 noon. Then the blood test taken shows they were negative to all the 5 Babesia, smear negative, canis antibody negative, Lyme antibody negative, anaplasma antibody negative, and heartworms negative. So really this was a case of a fever, pyrexia of unknown origin, apparently. Now, when the dog came in, because according to the owner, the hospital was unable to control the fever and come to a diagnosis. That's what the owner said. So it came in recumbent. There's another video, and temperature at 12 noon yesterday was 41 degrees centigrade. So I really gave up hope on this dog, and since the tests were also negative for tick fever organisms, Still, I get the permission from the owner to give Imizol cup 12% at 0.3 ml IM and Spasmod G6 1 ml subcutaneous, and the drip subcutaneous as well, 250 ml dextrose saline, and antibiotics. And the owner brought the dog back home because she didn't want any more IV drips, saying that the dog was sensitive in the joints after the drip. So in any case, today is 18, but before the owner went back, brought the dog back at yesterday at 4 p.m. the temperature did drop to 38 degrees C, which was a good sign, as the dog was able to sit up, as the dog is doing now, be able to sit on the sternum instead of lying flat on the side. So today the owner came back. I expected the dog to have either died or recover, and surprisingly, temperature was 38.6, and the dog was able to stand and walk. Yeah. So there was no fever, and the dog was walking outside. You could see the other video. And now the dog is back in the cage for me to give the supportive therapy, vitamin K1, dextrose saline drips, amino acids, and we have to let the dog increase his red blood cell production and vitamin K1 naturally. The dog is not eating, but at least the fever has gone down. So whether this is a case of Babesiosis or not, blood test, blood smear was negative as well, so it does not mean there is no Babesia in the blood, as the red cells have really gone down tremendously. I'll be getting the report from the other vet later on by email, and presently on day 2 the dog has no fever, more alert but not eating, and the owner feeds water orally by hand, and this is the state now, 24 hours after yesterday's high fever on being discharged from the hospital. We will wait for any more news tomorrow as to whether the dog can fully recover or not from the anaemia and the low platelet count. Toa Payoh Vets, Singapore, PUO, pyrexia of unknown origin. Most likely the infection is picked up at the boarding kennel, which is actually a place full of dogs being boarded there. Now the owner did have a vaccination before going to the boarding kennel. So it had been going there for the last 2 times, and there were no problems, except this third time. This third time the dog really collapsed with high fever, and so what's the cause? It's hard to say at the moment. Toa Payoh Vets, Singapore.